right? So, suppose the RN or the infection preventionist finds a disrupted dressing. This is the INS standards of practice. This is like the Bible for those of us in the field. Like, dressing change is performed immediately if a dressing integrity becomes compromised. But I called the lead author of this, Lisa Gorski, and she got back to me over the winter. And basically what she said, and it is Jack, you have to ask, why is the dressing disrupted? Yes, it has to be changed. Reflex. Dressing disrupted has to be changed immediately. But you have to ask why. There's no sense slapping another dressing on for it to become disrupted. You have to find out the root cause. Why is the dressing getting disrupted? And that's going to be the heart of today's talk, right? So disrupted dressing. There's not much written besides disrupted dressing. But we all know inherently it's not good. You know, it's the microbial barrier is broken, like we described, right? It's a deviation from optimal care. It's like in the operating room when there's a break and sterile technique, everybody puts their hands up and the OR tech puts some towels down. Rarely do you take down the whole sterile field, but occasionally I've seen that, right? And exposes the patient to the toxic environment in the ICU if the dressing's not intact, right? It's waste. And the thing about waste is you're spending resources like nursing time, cost of supplies, increased risk of infection. You don't get anything for it. You don't get anything in return. You're just spending resources and you don't get anything in return for it, right? And nursing time is really a very valuable asset, you know, for the hospitals, right? And increased risk of infection, of course. Is dressing disruption a tragedy? It's not a ruptured aneurysm, but you know what I mean? Like, even if a dressing is disrupted for 10 minutes, it might be over for the patient. You know what I mean? And then what? The nurse comes by and slaps a little adhesive tape on it. Doesn't that help the situation out, you know? But suppose the central line dressing is disrupted on day one. Or it's like somebody like me puts in the line, and on day one, has anybody ever seen a dressing disrupted on day one? Yeah, it happens, right? Would anybody notify the MD? Would you call the MD? No, right. But why don't you call the MD? They don't, oh, good, exactly. They don't do dressing care, right? They may not care at all, right? But like, suppose you did notify the MD. Like, let's take it beyond, you know, the reality. Suppose you did call the MD and said, "Hey, you just put in the central line. The dressing's disrupted." What would he say? Change it. Change it. Yeah, change it. Yeah, change the dressing. What do you call me for? Change the dressing. Right?